name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the bookie killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer. Sitting here, my ride-along host, who is a little out of it today, the Big Skipper. What's going on, brother?
I'm fine. You know, it was my favorite night of the year last night. Halloween on Fremont Street, Las Vegas. It doesn't get any better than that.
Correct. But you said it wasn't all that fun. Or you didn't feel good? What happened?
I might have got a little bit of bad seafood for dinner before the festivities.
Where'd you eat at?
We will not disclose that. I don't want to.
You don't want to put them on blast for giving you the shits and borderline throwing up after you ate it? Or
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I've been to this restaurant several times before. I'm a fan of the restaurant. I tried a new dish that I normally don't get. I normally hit their sea bass, which is phenomenal. But I tried a different seafood dish, and let's just say it didn't work out too well.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. When we filmed the episode of Money Talks a few weeks ago, we were at the Jing.
Yeah.
I was sick to my stomach the entire fucking time. I was doing that whole shoot just trying to play it off a little bit.
I don't know if it was because I didn't eat all day because I was anticipating that meal and really looking forward to it.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of like fasted all day before that meal. And, yeah, I got busy with that seafood, and it got busy with me.
Yeah, it did.
And then we went out to the street and watched all the freaks for Halloween. As I said, my favorite time of the year. And I went home a little early, apologized to my friend. And when I go home early on Halloween, you know I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Because if you guys don't know, Skip goes to downtown every Halloween. He likes to kick it with all the freaky people, get into the just most grimy shit out there. He enjoys it, has a real good time. But I must say, the people that I've spoke with for the kids, Halloween was a complete flop. No one came to our house. There were 2 kids in our neighborhood last night. Veronica didn't even get a knock on the door. All my friends, no one's trick-or-treating. You know what it is? The kids go to those trunk-or-treats during the daytime with their school and all that type of shit, which is a lot more safer and all that type of shit. But last year, people were packed in my neighborhood. This year, nobody.
Well, it's 2024. It's a sick world out there. You got to be careful. And a lot of Karens out there protecting their kids.
No fucking doubt about it.
I know one thing. When I was a kid and when you were a kid, fuck, we used to go before the sun went down, and we didn't come back till the sun was coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm going on 4 or 5 runs, filling up 3, 4 pillowcases, and praying to God there's not a razor blade in one of the chewing gums that I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or some pedophile pulls us in and takes us down. To the
yeah,
basement.
Come on in, guys.
Says,
Let me show you my haunted house.
Yeah, the real peanut butter cups are downstairs.
Oh no doubt. Yeah, I got the king size down. I got king size downstairs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? There's goons and goblins. I got some you can gobble. Come downstairs with me, youngster. Let me show you this new Kit Kat bar.
But you know what? We survived.
100%.
I never took it in the ass. Never bit into a razor blade.
No, me neither.
and here I am.
Never got fooled by a pedophile. No, me neither. And here it is. Anyway, guys, we're back at it. November 1st. Fuck, this year's went fast, dude. Unbelievable how fast the year went. Unfucking believable. Anyway, guys, podcast number 416. Today's podcast is sponsored by our boys over there at The Money Team. Shout out to Money May, who just bought a $400 million building in New York. So for you guys that keep hating and say he's broke, I mean, find something else to do with your fucking time. Wow. Skip, you know him personally as well. Is he broke?
Never that I can see, no. If he is, he definitely ain't showing it.
Well, you don't buy a $400 million building when you are.
No.
Anyway, guys, you want to get a hold of us, 877-220-6540. Go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Put your number into the website. We'll get back with you with a free pick. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, at Facebook, VIP Sports LV. If you don't want to call, just DM me. That's probably the best way about doing business. Subscribe to the podcast on YouTube or where you ever listen to your podcast. Click the little bell on YouTube to receive notifications on all videos that we post. And guys, we greatly appreciate your thumbs up. And Skip does read all your comments. It says we do, but I don't read that. at you.
I glance at them usually, yeah.
Yeah. And more importantly, thank you to all the retired and active military out there. All you guys got to do is give us a call, 877-220-6540. Put your website in. We got your fucking six. We got free games for military personnel all day long.
Give us a call or put your phone number in the free pick box on the website.
All right. Shout out to the New York Yankees and Garrett Cole and the errors and just literally not showing up at the worst possible time, making Dodgers look seemingly hand down the best team in fucking baseball.
Yeah,
and I think the best team won, Skip.
Making the Dodgers look a lot better than they were. But let's face it, the National League was far superior over the American League this year again. The American League, as far as I'm concerned, is extremely weak. You might have 4 good teams in the American League. But I will bow down, and I did think the Yankees would pull it off. I really did. I just thought they had better pitching, and I think everybody did because the Dodgers' pitching was so depleted. But they pieced it together. They pulled it off. They hit way better. Shout out to Freddie Freeman.
Oh, my God. Freeway Freddie, baby. That must 6 home runs, 6 games, 4 in the World Series, back to back to back.
Couldn't be a nicer guy. Everything he was going through with his family and his children. His one son was ill. He had missed some time with his son. Shout out to Freddie, man. He's a good guy. Even though he was a Brave and a Dodger, 2 teams I can't stand.
Did he have his fake teeth when he played for those other teams?
I don't know about
because that motherfucker got a full set of veneers. Looks good. And that's what I'm saying. He's going to be very marketable. This guy's going to make a lot of money in sponsors over the next year.
You would think. He's already getting the bag. But shout out to Freddie. Hell of a series. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And, it didn't really matter who won to me, Dodgers or the Yankees. I hate them both.
Yeah, well, the best team won, and they played the best. We could go over how the Yankees fucked up, but it's not worth our time.
See you in spring.
You know what's fucking crazy? College hoops is here, Skip.
College hoops starts Monday. 197 college basketball games on Monday.
Did you guys just hear what he said? 197 games, guys.
I knew there was a lot of teams, but 197 games, that means there's almost 400 teams.
From a sports bettor's perspective, there's no better time of the year to get your fucking money. It's like walking in a strip club. You have 3 girls to choose from or 190. Yeah. Where more likely you're going to find your spot? The place where the 190 is. You can't pick a winner out of 190 games on the board, guys, then you shouldn't be doing this at all.
Time to get out of the business.
No doubt. College basketball returns, like Skip said, on Monday, November 4th, 197 games involving Division I teams on opening night. Kansas, by the way, is ranked number 1. Alabama.
Rock, chalk, Jayhawk.
Alabama ranked number 2. The 2-time defending champs, UConn, ranked number 3. Duke is ranked number 7, and they are led by their superstar freshman, Cooper Flagg.
Don't wave the white flag.
Entertainment. Tom Brady's ex-supermodel, the slut Gisele Bundchen, and her current boyfriend, Joakim Valenti, are expecting their first baby together. Gisele has been dating her jiu-jitsu instructor now since June of 2003. So not only do you hate your baby's mama, but her new fucking husband's a jiu-jitsu fucking champ. I mean, bitch, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. You got my kids. I got to deal with this dude now too. Unfucking believable.
Poor Tom.
Yeah, poor Tom. But Tom, just take care of our Raiders and get us some players and focus on that for a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm still stunned at 197 college basketball's here Monday, gentlemen.
Are you stunned more about how many games or how much money you're going to be making?
I just can't believe it's here already, first of all. I always think of college basketball the week before Thanksgiving because that's when all the non-conference tournaments start. And, man, is there a lot of money to make in those non-conference tournaments.
That's where all the money is to make, not the top. How many times we got to tell you guys, if you're betting the top 25 teams in the first few weeks or even throughout the season, you're just missing out on the real money.
In college basketball, there are so many schools and so many small schools.
Boys against men.
There is no way the odds makers can keep up with this many games. It's their staff against our staff. And believe me, we will prevail.
Not to mention they're going off last year's power rankings.
There's nothing else they can do.
Well, no shit. There's plenty of teams out there that have changed, new players, teams that have stayed the same.
Changes, and with the NIL now and the portal, you need us now more than ever, especially for college basketball. I'm excited about it.
So am I. Boxing, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is coming soon on November 15th. Wow. And the fight will stream live on Netflix. Tyson is 58 years old.
I hope he beats his ass.
Everybody always wants to see Jake lose, man. Mike Tyson, he's old. He's going to hurt the guy for sure, but I don't know on this one, dude.
Well, Mike Tyson, I mean, is
Mike's let me down so many times, even in his prime at the end there, that
he's my generation. I mean, he was in his prime when I was in high school.
I always want to see Mike win. How about that?
Yeah, we're pretty much the same age, and shout out for the old guys. And, yeah, I just hope he beats this dude's ass and his big mouth.
All right, well, fuck hoping. Who do you think wins the fight?
Fuck, I don't know. Jake Paul's no joke.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I don't know.
He's no joke with what he's doing. He goes and fights heavyweight boxers. He'll be out of the game real quick. But he's very smart. He's very sharp. And I love that dude's business savvy.
Yeah.
And I
he knows how to get the paper. I'll give him
does.
that. But, yeah, I definitely want Mike to knock him on his ass. I want him to break his nose.
Quick NHL, guys. Hockey season trend. In the past 3 seasons, when the favorites is on the road, they have won 904 of 1,439 games, or should I say 63%.
Now, hold on a second. The last 3 NHL seasons.
Yep, when the favorite is on the road.
The road favorite.
63%, last 3 years.
Has won 63% of the time.
And by rule of thumb of nature of sports betting, 66% is winning twice what you lose. That's considered the best in the world.
63% is damn good.
Yeah,
so
correct.
If you bet the road favorite just all the time, in the NHL, the last 3 seasons,
correct,
you're making money at 63%.
Yeah, but of those situations, when the home underdog is coming off a game the day before, the road favorite success rate jumps to 73%.
Wow.
130 out of 180. So, guys, remember that. When the home underdog is coming off a game the day before, the road favorite success rate jumps to 73%.
Okay, so instead of betting all the road favorites, obviously, because that's a lot of action, narrow it down to
correct.
A road favorite that's playing a team that played the night before.
Correct. To bump you up to 73%.
And there was only 180 situations in last 3 hockey seasons. So that's 60 spots over the course of the whole season, and you're hitting at 73% return. So there you have it. There's a gold nugget. When you have a road favorite in the NHL that's playing a team that played the night before,
yeah,
bet that road favorite.
Not to mention
73% winner.
You add that to our first period hockey totals, and you're just making a fucking shit ton of money.
Now you're well over 80%.
Yeah, 100 fucking percent. NFL segment,
That's a solid hockey trend right there, gentlemen.
Yeah, NFL segment. We did college, but for the first time this season, this is who's hot, who's not, NFL style, baby. You ready to roll?
Ready.
Indy, 7-1 against the spread.
That's a shocker.
You guys telling me you've been on Indy all 8 games? I doubt it.
That's a shocker.
7-1. Washington, 6-1 and a push against the spread.
That's believable.
Detroit, 6-1 against the spread. Denver, 6-2 against the spread. Pittsburgh, Minnesota, KC are all 5-2 against the spread.
The Detroit Lions, if you just bet Jared Goff all the time, you're just making money. He's the number 1 covering quarterback in the NFL, I believe the last 6 years now. Jared Goff. If you bet Jared Goff, you just make money. The number 1 covering quarterback in the NFL, I believe, for the last 6 years.
No doubt about it. Well, I'm going to give you some stats about Lamar
Bet you
here.
Didn't know that.
No, we've told him.
Bet you didn't know that.
I'm going to give
the
you.
Lions are 6-1 this year against the spread.
He's no joke.
He just keeps covering.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you some stats about our boy over there in Baltimore too. By the way, the Indianapolis Colts have benched their starting quarterback Anthony Richardson, and veteran Joe Flacco is the new starter. There's wide speculation that Richardson is not only benched because of his less than stellar play, but also because he took himself out of the game last week. And when he was asked why he took himself out, he said, quote, "I was tired." Motherfucker, hold on. You're tired? You're fired. How about that, motherfucker?
Yeah.
You're fired. Fuck you.
Pull Donald Trump on his ass.
That motherfucker.
You're fired.
You are the weakest link. You take yourself out of the game. I ask you why you took yourself out, and you say because you were tired, you got to go, bro.
Yeah.
You must not have any dedication or will
Either
to fucking
that
stay in
or
the
I
NFL.
put him through some serious fucking workouts.
Yeah, 100
so he's
fucking.
not so tired anymore.
Yeah, either that or that wasn't a real excuse. He sharted or shit his pants or whatever. Maybe took himself out the game a little early or something or whatever.
Maybe
blaming it on he was tired.
Needed a handful of Percocet or
But
something.
yeah, that's completely fucking ridiculous.
That's insane. But Joe Flacco, the Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco with a Super Bowl ring.
Now, we told you who's hot in the NFL. Now we're going to tell you who's not. These are teams that you fade. For you squares out there, fade means bet against. Tennessee, 1-6 against the spread. Miami, 1-6 against the spread. Injuries just have killed fucking Miami.
Yeah, they've been banged up all year.
Yeah, 100%. Arizona.
And no quarterback half the game.
Yeah, correct. Arizona, 4-4 straight up, but 1-7 against the spread.
Wow.
By the way, Arizona tied for first place in the NFC West with San Fran.
At 4-4.
At 4-4.
But they've only covered one game this year.
Yeah, they're 1-7. They're tied against the spread betting-wise, but they're tied for first in their division.
Wow. So you bet against Tennessee, Miami, and Arizona, you're making a fortune.
100%.
You're 19-3.
They might win the game. They're not covering.
If you bet against Tennessee, Miami, and Arizona, you're 19-3.
Last time I checked, doesn't matter who wins or loses. Matters who covers the spread.
Well,
beat the spread. Let me see if you're still polished.
Get some ahead.
That's all right, baby.
There's an old saying in this business. You don't have to stay ahead. You just have to beat the spread.
Which in return will get you some head.
That's it.
Plain and fucking simple. That's all we're looking for, man, at this age. Anyway, by the way, like I said, Jets 2-6 straight up and against the spread. Aaron Rodgers got him a win last night, did his thing. So that would make them
3-6.
Yeah, 3-6. These are teams who are hot to the over in NFL, guys. Baltimore Ravens 7-1 to the over. Bucks 6-2 to the over. Panthers 6-2 to the over. These are teams that are who. Tell them who's hot to the under, Skip.
Unders. The LA Superchargers 6-1 to the under this year. The Giants 6-1 to the under. Houston Texans 6-2 to the under. Make that 7-2 after last night.
Yeah, listen. Now I know that they lost their couple receivers, but they just played fucking absolutely horrific.
They were inside the red zone. They
should have blew them out
at the end of that, like in the fourth quarter, with 5 minutes to go.
I looked at the score. I couldn't even believe it.
They had first and goal. Didn't get a point out of it. They went to kick a field goal. They got roughing the kicker. Okay, running. So they got another first and goal. They literally had 8 plays inside the 10-yard line, and then sent the kicker out, and they missed the field goal. They had 8 plays inside the 10-yard line and got 0 points out of it.
I don't know what was worse, the Texans' performance or my over Tulane last night.
Oh, yeah.
To my clients, I apologize. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, that was
but it happens, Skip.
Ugly loss, and it happens.
And it happens.
Don't beat yourself up too hard.
No, I won't.
We'll have another fantastic weekend.
No doubt about it.
Houston Texans now 7-2 to the under. Giants 6-1 to the under. Let's preview a couple of games. Golden Nugget time in the NFL. Guys and gals, get your pen and paper. This is why you're here.
Broncos at Ravens. Ravens minus 9.5 with a 44.5 total. Ravens coming off an embarrassing loss versus Cleveland last week. Baltimore is first in total offense and second in scoring offense, but Denver is ranked third in the NFL in points allowed and yards allowed.
Correct.
Here's the golden nugget I was telling you about. Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in NFL history against the first half spread. In NFL history, Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback to cover in the first half. He is 55-30 against the first half spread in his career.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Well, that's about a 63% stat too, right there.
Yeah.
You got Jags at the Eagles. Eagles minus 7.5. Fly, Eagles, fly. 44.5.
So what's the golden nugget there?
On
Lamar
what?
Jackson in the first half?
All day long. All fucking day
You
long.
got Baltimore's number 1 ranked total offense and second in scoring against Denver's third ranked defense.
You're just betting Baltimore
and
first half every game.
And the Ravens coming off an embarrassing loss to Cleveland. So the nugget is Ravens to come out of the gate.
First half.
And to kick some ass right out of the gate after being embarrassed last week. And Baltimore is at home in that game.
Yeah, it looks like Denver's going to have to pay the price for that.
Yeah, so what you're saying is Baltimore and Lamar to come out in the first half. Lamar, the number 1 first half covering quarterback in NFL history. After being embarrassed last week, they're at home. They have the number 1 offense. Okay, the gold nugget, in case you miss it, Baltimore, first half.
Jacksonville Jaguars, like I said, at the Eagles. Eagles 7.5, 45, 44.5, 45.
Mm-hmm.
Philly's coming off an impressive performance versus Cincy last week. Here's the golden nugget. Jacksonville is 5-1 to the over in their last 6 games. How many times we tell you guys, you don't have to bet a side. You don't have to bet your favorite team, wear the fucking hat. And by the way, all these fucking people breaking out the Dodger gear just makes me fucking sick. I'm not talking about the real fans. I'm just talking about the average Joe.
These are the 2 teams. They were the 2 teams, the Yankees and the Dodgers, that have the most fake fans in all of baseball.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
about
people just wear Yankee hats just to wear Yankee hats.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
They couldn't name 2 fucking players on the
Well,
Yankees.
they're just repping New
They
York,
might be
kid.
able-
Word up.
They might be able to give you the Judge, maybe. But they couldn't name 2 other players, I guarantee it. But, yes, the most fake fans in all of baseball. People just wear Dodger gear just to wear it.
100%.
Same thing with Yankee gear.
Yeah, but
I
not
mean, the Yankees are probably even worse.
Not during the season, just after they won and made it to the World Series. That's
Oh, well, now you have all the people that are normally losers in life that just want to be a winner.
100%.
You know, it's like when the Patriots would just win every Super Bowl.
God, you just
all of a sudden, the week after they would win a Super Bowl, you'd see Patriot fucking gear everywhere.
Yeah, no
but
doubt.
They couldn't name fucking 3 players on the Patriots.
Hey, you got winners and you got losers. Which one are you?
I'm a
Guys,
winner.
DM us. We got packages for all size shapes of sports better. If you're not with us already, something's fucking wrong. Here's it. Big NFC North matchup, guys. Lions -3.5 at the Packers. Total 48.5. This is going to be the game of the day.
This is a big game.
2 hard-nosed fucking playing teams right here. Packers ain't nothing to fuck with either, Skip.
No.
But Detroit's on fire. This is definitely the game of the night. Here's the golden nugget, guys. The Packers coach, Matt LaFleur, is 24-11 against the spread as an underdog.
Nice. So
However, we've been telling you guys all year that the road favorites percentage, I mean, even though they lost some a little bit last week.
it's corrected itself a little bit, but it's still
it's-
like extremely high. It's still higher than 65%.
Oh, all day. It's more like at 70.
It's probably 70, yeah.
Yeah. NBA, here's a
Hold
quick.
on a second. So you got a couple nuggets in this Lions-Packers
Correct.
game, okay? You got the Lions, which are a road favorite, which have been 70% covering all year long.
Road favorites, 70%
But
covering
it
versus
has-
a team
Right.
that's 24-11 against the spread as an
Coach,
underdog.
That's
Coach,
24-11, which is 69% as an underdog. So you got a coach that doesn't like being disrespected and being a dog, especially when they're at Lambeau Field. They're at home.
Correct.
Okay? So the Packers are being disrespected in this game. They're plus 3.5 points. And the odds makers have been right when they've been making the road teams the favorite. They've been right 70% of the time.
100%.
So you kind of got conflicting nuggets here. So,
Yeah. Well, NBA, you want to hear about some baby mama drama, Skip?
oh, why not?
Last Friday, New Orleans Pelicans star Brandon Ingram hit a game-winning shot over Portland's Anthony Simmons. But that's not the interesting part. Both players have a baby with the same woman, and she was at the game sitting courtside, okay? Players were shouting, "Tell her who's better. Tell her who's better." The fans were fucking clowning the other guy after Ingram hit the game-winning shot. Here's the question they're asking me. Why do you think NBA players date and have babies with the same women? Well, it's kind of a stupid fucking question because it's all the same circle.
Yeah.
Every woman is fucking several different players.
Yeah.
Every city, you have a different hose. Don't you forget, I got hoes in different area codes. NBA has a circuit of hoes, just like Hollywood has a circle of people. Everybody fucks each other. So this is very common.
Yeah, because they're the chicks that are sitting courtside and are at every fucking
Correct.
NBA
Same
game.
thing with rappers. All the rappers are fucking the same girls. A lot of them share baby moms.
In fact, she was probably there looking for her third baby daddy.
Yeah, she was probably looking for a future. She was probably looking for a rapper, looking for her third
course.
baby daddy, for sure.
Yeah.
She's not just sitting at the courtside to root both her baby dads in, that's for sure.
Well, no, she already had Simmons locked down, and who was the other dude?
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Simmons, So, yeah, I mean, she's looking for her third baby daddy. Oh, Ingram, Brandon Ingram.
But
and
imagine
Anthony
being
Simmons.
at the fucking game. Your team hits the shot, and they're yelling at you, "No, who's better now?" Because they all knew that they shared the baby's mom.
So
you know?
both your baby daddies are playing each other, and the one hits the game-winning shot over the other one.
Yeah, correct. And they were yelling at her. So
And who do you root for?
You would feel like, maybe she felt like a slut, but like you said, I think she was looking for her third baby dad.
Yeah, I don't think she was concerned about that.
College football week number 10, guys. Who's hot? Army, 6-0. Indiana, dude, just has gotten me
They
so
just
much
keep winning,
fun.
and they just keep covering.
Yeah, they do. 7-1 against the spread. BYU 7-1 against the spread. Minnesota 6-1 against the spread. Marshall 6-1 against the spread. Pittsburgh 6-1 against the spread. Western Kentucky 6-1 against the spread.
Wow.
Those are teams that are hot, guys. Now I'm going to tell you some
I think
teams.
Pitt's an underdog this week, too, I think.
I'm going to tell you some teams who are not hot, teams that you fade. Air Force, my God, 0-7. Arizona, 1-7. North Carolina, 1-6. Liberty, 1-5. Unfucking believable.
Liberty.
And Liberty seems to play every fucking week on a Thursday or a Tuesday, Wednesday,
and
Thursday.
don't cover.
And don't cover at all.
Well, it was just 2 weeks ago. They were a double-digit big favorite and lost outright.
Correct. Who's hot? These are teams that are hot to the over, guys. Navy, like we said, 7-0 to the over. Iowa, like we said, 7-1 to the over.
Be careful this week. Their total's only 41.
Correct. Ball State, 7-1 to the over. North Texas, 7-1 to the over. These are teams that are hot to the under.
I've
guys.
had that North Texas Mean Green team to the over several times this year.
Well, probably all.
I've made some bank on that North Texas over this year.
Here's some nuggets for you guys. Teams to bet under. Old Miss, 7-1 to the under. Yeah. Houston, 7-1 to the under. Utah is 7-1 to the under. Florida State, 7-1.
The one that's shocking there is Old Miss. Lane Kiffin, I mean, wow. I thought you knew how to run a fucking offense.
Yeah, well, obviously not. They don't score much.
No, they surprisingly they don't.
No. So it is what it is. Here's Week 10 previews and Golden Nuggets. We're sure giving out a lot of nuggets here, Skip. Friday Night Lights, guys. San Diego State U taking on Boise. Boise, shout out to my son, Sean. He's about to graduate from Boise.
Nice.
Boise's minus 23.5 and 57.5. Coming off a game last week with UNLV running Rebels,
yes.
Which was a very, very close game.
It was a close game right down to the wire. And
however, Boise covered.
Got the money.
Boise got the money. Here's the Golden Nugget, guys. Boise has won and covered in 4 straight games.
There's another nugget. Teams that have won and covered in 4 or more straight games, non-Saturday games, are just 13-36 against the spread since 2017.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So teams that have won and covered in 4 or more straight non-Saturday games, that would be Boise, are just 13-36.
Correct.
Against the spread since 2017.
On paper, they're telling you to take that 25 points.
Well,
what?
Well, by the time this airs, the game probably will have already started.
Yeah.
I have a monster play on this game.
Yeah.
And
and we have a monster play Saturday.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Absolutely huge game this weekend in the Big Ten. Game is in Happy Valley Beaver Stadium.
What? My Penn State Nittany Lions, Jim Franklin. Listen, buddy, okay? You haven't been able to win a big game since you've been there. A lot of people have been calling for Franklin's the head coach of Penn State, for a number of years now. We just have not been able to beat the big teams. And this is your final test, James Franklin. This is it. Happy Valley tomorrow morning. It's fucking on. It's the Buckeyes against the Nittany Lions in Happy Valley. It will be a whiteout, and I'm not talking about a Diddy whiteout. I'm talking about a Penn State whiteout.
Oh, yeah.
It will be insane at Happy Valley. I've been there for these games, and let me tell you, that's a party. And boy, is this game going to be exciting.
Number 4, Ohio State at number 3, Penn State. Here's the line, guys. Ohio State minus 3.5 point road favorite. Total in this one, 45.5.
So here you have a team that is ranked number 3, Penn State, at home against a team that's ranked
number 4,
higher than them. They're ranked 4 or lower, however you're looking at it. So you got the higher ranked team or lower ranked team. You got
as a road favorite.
You got the 4 seed as a road favorite.
It's a must win for Penn State. Yeah, it's a must win for Penn State.
So they're getting no respect.
None.
Penn State's getting 0 respect in this game. They're ranked higher than Ohio State. They're at home. There's going to be 110,000 fucking people there in a whiteout going berserk, and they're the underdog.
Yeah.
Well, you know why? Because Franklin can't win the fucking big game, and the odds makers know that.
And I'm going to tell you why. Real fucking simple.
It's now or never.
Here's the golden nugget. Here's the answer to your question. Penn State 0-6 straight up in the last games as a home dog.
Wow. There you go.
There's your answer.
There you go. I mean, I know that. I just said it.
But
Penn State 0-6 straight up as a home underdog.
But be careful, because since 2018, Ohio State is just 6-14 against the spread versus top 10 teams, and just 2-8 against the spread in their last 10.
So Ohio State is a team that wins games against big teams. They just never cover those games.
Correct.
They're 6-14 against the spread against top 10 teams. As Steve
2-8 in their last 10. They're 20%, bud.
Yeah. The Buckeyes just don't cover games. They win, but they don't cover.
No.
Okay, and then you got Penn State with a coach that just never covers against big teams. He never wins, period, against big teams. And Penn State has lost outright their last 6 times they've been home underdogs.
Correct.
So the Nugget basically, and as much as I hate to say this because I'm a big Penn State guy, Ohio State on the money line. What are they? Minus 200? Minus, well, if the line's 3.5, probably what? 180?
Yeah.
180, 190 probably?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Ohio State on the money line, minus 185. That's your bet. That's your play.
Another big game. Number 1, Oregon, taking on Michigan. Oregon's minus 14.5 in this game, 45 total. The odds makers are just got a 45 total on like 15 different games this weekend, huh?
Those are low totals for college.
No fucking doubt about it. Here's the Golden Nugget in the Oregon game. Coach Dan Lanning is 11-0 straight up and 9-2 against the spread as a road favorite with Oregon.
Yeah, Lanning is a covering machine, unlike Ohio State's coach or Penn State's Franklin. Lanning, the coach of Oregon Ducks, he likes to cover.
Well, here's the Golden Nugget. As a double-digit road favorite, he's 8-0 straight up and 7-1 against the spread. So, yeah,
wow,
he likes to cover.
Yeah.
What about number 13, Indiana, Skip? Who they taking on?
Well, Indiana's at Michigan State to take on the Spartans. Indiana Hoosiers ranked 13th in the nation are laying 8 points on the road. Total is 51.5. Indiana has won and covered every game this season, as we said earlier. Did you hear that? They've won straight up and covered every game this season. Didn't we just say they were 7-1 or were they 7-0?
8-0 and 7-1 in the spread. Or 7-1. Indiana, 7-1 against the spread.
Yeah, but back here we said they were 7-1.
They are 7-1.
Which one is it?
7-1 against the spread.
7-1 against the spread. Well, this says they've won and covered every game this season. All right, whoever's writing this fucking script better get their shit together. Indiana, bottom line.
Skip, you're missing the point.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. They're 7-1. Just because they lost a game doesn't mean they didn't cover.
Well, this says right here, Indiana has won and covered every game this season.
No, that's not correct at all.
Earlier we said they were 7-1.
Yeah, no, they're 7-1.
Yeah, they're 7-1 against the spread. They've won every game. They're ranked 13th in the country. And like we said, Indiana head coach Kurt Cignetti is now 12-1 straight up, and he's 15-3 against the spread his last 18 games.
He's on fire.
Here's another coach that doesn't only like to win, but he likes to cover. And listen, when you're betting sports, like I said earlier, it's not about staying ahead. It's about beating the spread. Now, if you can find coaches that love to fucking just pound it in there and not only win, but just rub your fucking face in the mud.
I love those coaches.
Those are the kind of coaches that you want your money on.
Yeah.
Okay?
5 minutes left, up by 21. Yeah. Are they just running slow? No, they're passing, trying to fucking score.
Trying to fucking score.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay? So that would be Coach Cignetti for Indiana, and that would also be Coach Lanning for Oregon. 2 coaches that just love to keep scoring, and they're never done with you. Well, so these are guys that love to cover.
On paper, this is the nugget of the week. Nugget in the last 10 years. When the total in a service academy game is 40 points or higher, the under is 17-2 in those games, Skip.
Wow.
Let me tell you again. In the last 10 years, when the total in a service academy game is 40 points or higher, which it is, the under is 17-2 in those games.
So you'd be talking about Air Force at Army this week, 21 ranked Army. Army's minus 22 at home against the Force. We told you earlier, the Force is horrible. What have they covered? 0 games this year, maybe 1. They're horrible. Army covers everything. The line is 22, but you might want to be looking at the total of 41.5. Like you just said, anytime 2 service academies get together and the total is 40 or higher, 17-2 to the under in those games. That's a nugget for you.
Guys, sports betting is a $1 trillion industry, and you deserve your fair share. If you haven't been signed up with us, you're not doing business with us, guys, you're missing the boat. There's so much money to be made right now with college basketball starting, NBA's already playing, NHL hockey, college football, and NFL. What else could you guys ask for right now? It's a fucking all you can eat.
It's a potpourri of opportunity.
No fucking doubt about it. And guys, don't you deserve your fair share? Don't you want that new car that you've been thinking about buying? Need to put the kids through college? Maybe buy a second house? Guys, it's our grade for your payday. We don't want you guys turning into a degenerate and putting games in and watching games. One thing about us as true sports consultants, Our job is to make you a second income. You handle your day, you handle your daily job, and we'll come through and bring you that second income all day long.
Amen.
Anything else you'd like to tell these guys? Listen, guys, my energy's not really up today. I'm sorry. I drank probably a bottle of tequila last night, smoked about 4 joints on the trick or treat.
Well, that'll do it.
And ate about a fucking half my kids' candy. So stomach's fucked up. Don't feel really good right now.
I got the seafood shits.
You got the seafood shits. You definitely want to be in this office fucking right now. I tell you that fucking right now. But guys, like I said, man.
One thing's for sure, though. We will come through for you.
No doubt about it.
Give us a call, and we put all that stuff aside. Okay? It's all about focus. It's all about finding winners. It's all about making our clients money. So rest assured, he could be a little hungover. He could have a sugar high. He could have a weed high. I could have the seafood shits. But we're still coming to get that fucking money.
One thing about us, we're going to do whatever it takes to get the fucking job done.
Absolutely.
Guys, remember, man, you got winners and you got losers. Which one are you? On the behalf of VIP Sports, myself, the Big Skip, the crew, we love you guys. And remember one thing. Don't let the players be the only ones that get paid. I'll see you in the winner's circle.
It's Steve Stevens. I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat. I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb.